Cal Ripken Jr. is one of the most overrated players in Major League Baseball history. Stick around and I'll tell you why. Cal Ripken Jr. is the all-time leader in consecutive games played, so essentially he has the perfect attendance award for baseball. Really, it just means he showed up every day to do his job. Lots of people do this, in other physically demanding fields, so I'm not sure why his accomplishment is so special outside of him doing it in the public eye. He broke the previous consecutive games record of 2,130 held by Lou Gehrig and went on to keep playing for a total of 2,632 games. This is a great testament to his ability to avoid serious injury and the medical staff keeping him playing through minor ones. While this accomplishment deserves to be discussed and will for years to come, is that enough to be inducted into the Hall of Fame and considered one of, if not the best shortstop of all time? A look at his career numbers tells a different story. Let's start with his 19 All-Star appearances. This sounds impressive, but in baseball, every team must have a single All-Star to represent their team. This means that he was the best player on a generally terrible team. In more than half of the seasons with the team, they had a losing record, even managing to lose 107 games in 1988. As always, I'm willing to give credit where it's due, and for the first few years, the team was successful, resulting in a Rookie of the Year, MVP, and a World Series win. He leads the Orioles all-time in hits, doubles, home runs, RBIs, walks, and the most times grounded into a double play. Again, this sounds impressive, but looking at it from another angle, he also leads the team in games played. Brooks Robinson is only about 100 games behind Ripken, but after that there is almost an 1,100 game gap between Ripken and Mark Bellinger. That's over 6.5 full seasons. He doesn't lead these categories because he was the best in any of them. In fact, the only single season records he holds are games played and grounded into double plays. He leads in these categories because he was there the longest. Ripken is a Hall of Fame inductee who was a career .276 hitter with 431 home runs, 1,695 RBIs, and 1,129 walks. Give me a moment, I'll break that down for you. His average season would be a .276 batting average, 23 home runs, 89 RBIs, and 59 walks. This is not the kind of production I'm looking for in my team's lone all-star. Ripken broke the 30 home run mark once and the 100 RBIs just 4 times. He leads all of the Hall of Fame shortstops in exactly one category. As you probably guessed, it's games played. But wait, he was a great defender, right? That's the narrative, and while he was solid, even setting a few records for assists or turning double plays, he managed to actually win only 2 Gold Gloves over his 19 years. After he won his 2, Omar Vizquel would go on to win the next 9, and before him, Tony Fernandez had won 4 consecutive. Just for comparison, his fielding percentage ranks him 20th all-time as a shortstop and 67th for his time at third base. I think it's time we took a look at some of these Hall of Fame players across all sports and recognize who was inducted due to performance and who was in there because of one specific feat, in this case his consecutive games played record. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand that this is my opinion, and I realize that you may not agree, and that's okay. I only ask that you respect my opinion as well. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, as I release a short every single day and longer videos like this twice a week.